Hello everybody, what's going on, and welcome back to My Player Career Mode. I hope you're all having a good day and a good start to your week. We're back today and we have got Premier League opposition for you to look forward to later on in the live section as we take on Newcastle United in the FA Cup. Showing you Simming Preston here. We won it by 3-0 and booked our spot in the next round, and as I mentioned, Newcastle is the team we will play. We've also got a team in the top 2 coming up later on as well. But before we jump into those games, we need to show you the highlights of the 3 games we played off camera, starting with an end-to-end affair against Wigan, which in the first half was quite lively indeed. Both teams having chances. That one there from Wigan, saved by Tim Krul, but we did actually have the lead 37 minutes in when Pukki laid the ball back towards us, and I simply could not miss. A lot of time to pick the spot. We picked it. We found. I will say as well, I forget to change my number in the first 3 games of the day, in all 3 of them. So we are going to be wearing the number 13 shirt moving into the live part of the day. So yeah, my bad for that. But 20 minutes from time, Wigan came forward looking for an equalising goal. Some great work on that left-hand side of our penalty area as they laid the ball across. And it could and probably should have been 1-1. And with the last kick of the game, we had one opportunity to make it 2-0. Dermich's flick on, great flick on as well into the path of Sanchez, whose header was saved by the goalkeeper. But full time anyway, Norwich 1, Wigan 0 from Carrow Road, and a winning start to the day, which is what you love to see. But, as I say, it was very end-to-end, so that one probably could have gone either way. Just fortunately, we came out with the win. Now, as you saw, both myself and Retsos wearing the number 13 shirt. I don't know why it happens, but it does. So it's as if the game thinks that I'm wearing the number 10 still. Otherwise, Retsos would have worn a different shirt number. So I don't know how this bug works. But anyway, it does get very annoying when you have to switch your shirt number back after every game. Or before every game, I should say. But anyways, next up was Blackburn Rovers. And we started off with a pretty good solo goal. A nice turn on the edge of the penalty area before working our way into it. And then firing the finish home. They tried to get themselves back in the game not too long before half-time with that effort there. And then in the second half, they did get themselves back into the game. This here, I don't know how on earth they got the chance, but the player in the box was completely free. Like, he had nobody marking him, and he turned it home. So, Blackburn 1, Norwich 1, just after the second half had begun. And ideally, we were looking for 3 points, and we had an opportunity to take back the lead when Pukki was fouled inside the penalty area. Referee pointed to the spot, and just before the penalty was taken, Pukki was substituted, and on came Dermich, who took the spot kick. And yet again in the series, it's as if we have a curse. Missed the spot kick. So I've lost count. I've lost count of how many penalties that is now that we've actually missed. So if you guys know, let me know in a comment down below, because it's getting a little bit ridiculous now. And Sanchez, with the last kick of this match, went close to giving us the win, only to be denied by the goalkeeper. So 1-1 draw, missing a penalty in the process yet again. And I don't really know what to say other than that was 2 points dropped, because we should have got the win there. Yeah, the goal we conceded we should have dealt with, and the chances we had really should have taken them. Our final post-con match, though, came against Charlton. We were 1-0 up inside 15 minutes, laying the ball across to Teemu Pukki. For him to convert at close range, he doesn't miss those. And 1 became 2, 27 minutes in, when we played a ball out wide to this left-hand side for Wittek, who does well actually to control it, bring it back in, find the path of Hernandez. His first shot was blocked, but the second one found its way into the back of the net. A fantastic move on our part. We then nearly had a third actually as well. Pukki inside to myself, got in, 1-on-1 with the keeper, and he made the save. So yeah, fantastic stuff from him. Then in the 41st minute, we broke down the left-hand side and would make it 3-0. You can see here my shot was saved, but it fell straight back to Hernandez, who got his second of the match. Norwich 3, Charlton 0 before half-time. And this had all the signs of this being quite a thumping for Charlton. Tried my luck from distance after half-time. Thought we had a goal advantage lead, so why not try? And then the last kick of this game. I feel like I've had the last kick of each game in all 3 of these games today. Again, trying my luck, and it was, again, not quite on target. But that's it for the 3 post-con matches. We are now off to the live game up against Newcastle in the FA Cup. Enjoy the rest of the episode. FA Cup round 4 as we've drawn Newcastle. And I'm actually going to be playing the game. I know I said I wasn't going to play any of the cup games, but I've decided that as it is a Premier League opposition, that we will take them on. And also, Newcastle are actually having a pretty good season in the Prem. I think they're in the top 10. Yeah, they're 9th. So this is going to be a test for us, and it will see if I can really match it against Premier League teams. I mean, the team itself, there's quite a few first teamers in there, but a couple of surprise inclusions, I'd say. Maybe it's down to fitness reasons, but here it is anyway for you. So Thompson again starts in that central midfield area. In fact, there isn't really that many surprise inclusions, apart from maybe Jai Yesimi. Is that how you say it? On the left-hand side. But yeah, real test here, and let's see how we perform. Here come Newcastle down the right-hand side, cross into the near post, and Jolinton's header is kept out by Tim Krul. I forgot again to change my number, so I'm wearing number 13. Apologies for that. It's a very strong Newcastle side, this, and it's one that should give us a few problems, but hopefully we can cause a few problems of our own against them as Dommett's backheel towards Longstaff. And Longstaff done well, actually, to come away with the ball. Now Matt Ritchie on the left-hand side. It is the 5 at the back, though, from Newcastle. Sometimes works, and then other times you just don't see any chances. But as we nick possession back then, can we make something of this? Almirion is just so quick, isn't he, though, as he recovers well. Herrera off towards Sanchez. Sanchez towards myself. Look at the space here as it's opened up for us. Going straight through. And we've hit the post just after the half-an-hour mark. And I don't know what Newcastle were doing, but they just allowed us to waltz through. Sam Byram trying to find us with a pass. He will keep the ball here and fighting with Matt Ritchie, who eventually comes out on top for Newcastle. But defensively there, I've got no idea what they were doing. We just walked our way through it. And yeah, it was very, very poor by them. But they come on the attack here now with Rolando Aarons. Great pick out. What a save that is by Tim Krul. Wittek can't clear it. And Jolinton's there. Byron will help it on its way. Tim Krul has just pulled off the save of the game thus far. Here is Pookie. Norwich looking the more likely at the moment in this game. Both teams have struck the woodwork, remember. But at this current time, we are the ones who seem to be putting in a bit more effort to try and create a chance or two. Newcastle seemingly quite happy to try and catch us on the counter, and they might just do it here with Matt Ritchie down the left-hand side. Working my socks off in this game, trying to impress everybody, as Ritchie's delivery towards Rolando Aarons! And Tim Krul makes the right-handed save down low, as Aarons must have thought that was 1-0 Newcastle. Got the technique right, side foot, kept it low, into the corner, but Tim Krul is equal to it. Last minute of the game now then, as Newcastle in possession, and it looks like this will be a replay, unfortunately. I'm not sure if I'll play the replay as Fabian Schär under control lays it back towards Paul Dummett. And that's going to be it then, it seems like. As the ball goes forward, Ben Godfrey got a touch on the shot from Jolinton from range. But it's finished all square here at Carrow Road. 0-0 the final score. Both teams trying to find their way into the lead, but neither side able to do it. It will be a replay. I don't think we'll play in said replay though, because fitness reasons and whatnot. The FA Cup game against Newcastle has been rescheduled in between Sheffield United at home and Reading away. So I don't think I'll be able to play that game because the game against Sheffield United is a huge fixture for us. It could be our first way of clawing some points back on them. But I didn't realise actually how close we are now getting to the end of the season. This is the 30th game, of the Championship season. So, 8th place Reading away. This won't be an easy game for us. We are only bettered in the defensive record by top of the table Aston Villa, who have now been defeated. But if you look at the goals scored, we are the lowest in the top 6. I might have mentioned that in a previous episode too. So for our 30th game of this Championship season, it's away to Reading. And then after that, of course, we have the replay, which I'll probably be simming. Then it's going to be Sheffield United at home. And that has to be 3 points. If we really are wanted to claw back some points and maybe crawl into that top 2 come the end of the season, we really have to win against Sheffield United. But we've also got to beat Reading here as well. So yeah, every game at this point for us is a must-win. And while I remember, let me change my number back to 10 because I keep forgetting to do it. Reading starting the game off pretty strongly with Swift now on the edge of Norwich's penalty area, working his way in towards it. And he will get shot away, which Tim Krul is happy to claim. No real problems there for the Norwich number 1. But too easy for John Swift to get into the penalty area in the first place. Tribal then for Norwich, trying to set them up with a chance. Lovely ball over the top into the feet of Hernandez, who first time crosses it towards near post. We've brought it down well. Shot came in. And a great save with the left hand from Reading's goalkeeper. A great pick out though by Hernandez. And already then looking to get back on the front foot. Pookie off to Buendia. Buendia into the feet of Pookie. Now Hernandez has it. Should have played it back, but he's got it back after a poor clearance away. And Walker's there again for Reading. Hernandez probably should have done better with that. He had a lot more time than he maybe first thought. That is a really bad pass out from defence. I don't know who it was for Reading, but Norwich should be in front here. Hernandez, great ball. Pookie's in. He's onside as well because of the number 2 of Reading who played him on. And Pookie strikes for Norwich. It has been coming though in this opening 23 minutes. And it's Pukki who's got it. Great finish. And like I mentioned, played onside by the number 2 of Reading, who just seemingly switched off. You can see him there on the left-hand side of your screen. And to be fair, nobody from Reading really even claimed offside. There wasn't many players putting their hands up, if any. So none of them really thought that it was offside. And Pukki has found the back of the net. Norwich in front. Here is Buendia. Buendia's got the run of myself. Instead goes to Tribal. Tribal to Pukki. Pukki, fantastic pick out. Surely 2-0. Norwich are beginning to find their rhythm in this game. Reading really don't seem to be able to find an answer to stop us. They seem so open at the back at times here. They've not been too bad going forward. We've, at the moment, been able to deal with what they've thrown at us, but they just defensively seem so open at the back. And another nice Norwich move carves them open again. Pukki, simple ball through. In this position, I have to score. Look at how much of the goal that we had to aim at. If we'd have missed that, I would have been taking myself off, put it that way. 2-0 Norwich just before half-time. Hernandez, Pukki's in again. Is he onside, though? That's the question. Pukki returns the pass. And we put it over from close range. It was on the weaker right foot. I thought he might be able to find us, and he did. Just before the half-time whistle, it should really have been 3 for Norwich. Look at that. That's the last one there, the red dot. That's the one that we've just missed. Man, how on earth did we not finish that? I know it was the weaker foot, but we should still be scoring it. By the way, still only got a 1-star weak foot. So, yeah, I guess that's the reason why. And Reading today have lacked any inspiration. Who could be the one to maybe give them some? Elise's ball into the feet of Puskás, who should have scored. He's going to get a second chance. And he hits the side netting. That sums up Reading's day, really. When they've had the possession, it's been really within their own half. And the one time they've been able to craft something, Puskás has put it wide from close range on the rebound. And Elise, who's a substitute for them, I said about the inspiration, he provided a little bit of it there. Lovely ball through to Puskás, who should have done a lot better. But Norwich, it's been a fairly comfortable afternoon for us here. 3 minutes from time, 3.5 minutes. It is only probably going to be the 2-0 result, but it's still a win. It's a clean sheet, and it's 2 goals, so we can't complain at all. It should have been really more, the chances we've had today, but we haven't taken them. So it's still a fantastic win, and it will get confidence going ahead of that Sheffield United game, There's Dermot here looking for one last opportunity. We are into the last minute, plus injury time to come. Sanchez, great turn. Now Dermot. I'm going to peel off here and try and make a move in towards the middle. The cross is there. Might get a second chance at it. Goes to the header instead. It will be the goal kick. And with seconds remaining, that will be full time. Of course, we've still got the Newcastle game to go. I'm going to be simming that, even though we are away from home. I just don't want to risk myself fitness-wise, especially with the important game against Sheffield United to come. So, yeah, I'll see you for that sim in just a second. Here, then, is the game against Newcastle. We will go ahead and sim. I don't expect that we'll get through, but we'll see. Oh, it was close. 3-2 the final score. But yeah, like I mentioned, I just didn't feel that we'd have enough fitness to then play this game here. So we're out of the FA Cup, but it was a very close game. We took them to a replay as well, which does show we've got the capability of matching it with Premier League clubs, or at least on that particular occasion, should we get there next season. So our final game of today, it's the big one. You've seen it. I've said it. I've said their name about 15 times in the episode. Sheffield United. And as it stands, we now sit 9 points behind them. So if we can win this game, we'll claw it back to 6. So we're not out of the automatic promotion spots just yet. The question still could be there for us to potentially get in there. Brentford as well, also pretty close. I'm not sure who they're playing. Leeds and Middlesbrough have already played an extra game than us. And we've still got a 4-point gap to Leeds in 5th. So yeah, we're doing okay at the minute. We're grinding out these results. And if we can get one here, this would be huge. So let's find out how the game goes. Some news for you as well. We've just picked up our first ever Player of the Month award. It is the first one that I've got in this series. As you can see with the accomplishments popping up now for 1 out of 1 of Player of the Month. You get a bunch of them for doing that. So that should have got us up pretty nicely with a few accomplishments. And I think as well we are also up to 84 rated at this stage. So we really need to be playing Premier League football from next season. At the age of 22, as I can show you here, 84. We've gone up 5 overall so far this year. But there are still some stats that I'm a little bit, I guess, not concerned about, but I'm wondering how we have so low stats in them. I mean, short passing, we've got 91 now, so we are pretty much up there. But finishing, for example, only 72. Free kick accuracy is another one I want to improve on a lot, so I can start taking some free kicks. In terms of physical growth, you can see it there. We're doing pretty well in that regard too. Vision up to 91. That's mad. That is crazy. So in terms of passing the ball, I'm pretty decent at that, I would say. It's just now about getting the finishing up, the long shots, the free kicks and whatnot, and trying to improve from there. But let's head into game then. Home advantage for the game today then as we skip past one challenge already. Look at that for a little bit of skill. And now the run from Pukki. Pukki's in already. It's the worst finish I've seen from him so far, but it's somehow crept in the back of the net. What a start for Norwich. I mean, it really shouldn't have worked, but it does. We skip past the challenge, just past the halfway line. I'm not sure who it was from Sheffield United. He doesn't get anything behind that shot whatsoever, but maybe that's what works and beats. Is it Dean Henderson in goal for Sheffield United still? Oh, he's going to be kicking himself. He hasn't saved it. I can't believe that's gone in. Norwich 1, Sheffield United 0 though, and that is the start that we needed. In need of a response now then, the away side, but it's Norwich who come forward again with Sanchez, finding Herrera. Sam Byram now in possession, trying to find the ball inside, which Sanchez will pick up. Herrera again with it, back towards Sanchez, and Norwich looking very comfortable here in this game early on. As now Tribal towards Pukki, back to Tribal. Great move again from Norwich, and we skied it. What's wrong with my finishing? Why can't I put these chances away? Here is Tribal through towards Sanchez! And it is over the crossbar again by Norwich. We put one over earlier, now Sanchez has done it too. And we've got to be taking these chances. We do actually create a fair few amount of chances. We're just not as clinical as we maybe should be, especially today. Elsewhere though, Middlesbrough have just scored in their game against Brentford. They were 1-0 down. That is now 1 apiece, which will work in our favour too, if that stays the same and we can keep the result here 1-0. Herrera in towards the feet of Tribal. Tribal finds the ball off towards Sanchez, who's forced more into the save. And it won't quite fall for Pukki. Norwich again asking the questions. Now Buendia. Great ball in towards our feet. Maybe try and take it round the defender. No, let's go easy towards Buendia again, who might return it. No, goes himself. Buendia needs to find a good ball. He's found it here. Can we get the pass off? Might have overplayed this. Pukki back towards Byram, whose shot is blocked, I believe, in the box there. I'm not sure who got the final touch, but it is going to be a corner ball again to us. Piling on the pressure here with 18 minutes left. Again, look towards maybe that near post. Somebody needs to try and get a head on it. It's cleared away by a Sheffield United head, but it's back towards us again. Another delivery in towards the box. Buendia! Oh, man, what a header that was. And he's inches away from making it 2. He did really well with that, actually. Came at pace from the cross. I don't think Moore had it covered, but it's wide anyways. Morris to the feet of Sanchez! How is he doing this? Moore has just saved it. And it's a phenomenal left-handed save. Sanchez got so much behind the effort and it's fingertips. It is literally fingertips from Moore. Today, if we'd have been more clinical, this could have been 4-0 Norwich. The corner in from Sanchez. Osborne puts it out of play. With 8 minutes to go here, all I'm thinking is don't let them back into this game. Otherwise, if we'd have been more clinical, we would have easily got the 3 points. The corner attempted here, I'm not sure what it was, but we've actually lost it, and now we need to defend it. Just let's not do anything stupid. We'll see the game out. It will be 6 points now, the gap then from second place. And we are very much in with a shout in this automatic promotion race. We've got how many games left? 15, is it? So yeah, we're in there. That's potentially 3 more episodes left, plus then if we are still in playoffs, another at least 2 games. But full time here, fantastic result for us. That's exactly what we wanted. And can't really ask for much more. We dominated one of the league's best sides there. They weren't even in the game, to put it bluntly. Teemu Pukki's very strange goal in the first half was enough to get us the win. As mentioned then, we are 6 points behind second place. Brentford's win keeps them a point ahead of us. They do have better goal difference as well. So we need to try and get ahead on points and not rely on the goal difference side of things. Leeds have played an extra game and sit 6 behind us. So we've now got a nice gap to 5th place. We'll forget about Villa because they are just miles ahead. They're 19 ahead of us. So yeah, not worried about Aston Villa at this point forward. Let's just focus on climbing it back to the 2nd place. That's what we've got to try and do. In the lower part of the table, for anybody interested, that's what it looks like. Newly promoted Sunderland, who came up last year, are looking like they're heading straight back down, which is quite interesting because they win the league. So yeah, considering the fact that they won the league, Shrewsbury and Portsmouth are out of the relegation zone, and Shrewsbury came up through the playoffs, finishing 6th in League One last year. So credit to them because they're doing bits this season. But yeah, that's how we end today's episode. A massive thank you for watching it. If you have enjoyed, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a huge thank you as well for all of the support on the channel. We've actually gone up another overall as well in the last time that we checked it. So this is how we finished the day, 85 rated. Also, a new trait, we've got flare passes now as well. So a little bit of trickery added into the mixer. But still, if you are new around here, like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. And until next time, have a great day, have a great evening, and I'll catch you all again with a second video today of the Road to Glory career mode. Until then, adios!